I figured we start our series with the big one. There have been, scientists project, 110 billion people who have lived on this planet. 7 billion living right now. Now you would think that after 103 billion chances to practice death, we would have figured something out by now. But we haven't, have we? We as a species still believe in old wives' tales, extra dimensions, angels, demons, and fields of grain, grapes, and women. But that can't be right, can it? And these old wives' tales have led to a world where people are truly, still to this day, afraid to die. But you can't be afraid to die. Being afraid of dying is like being afraid of the four seasons. Flowers blooming, lightning strikes, or even the falling winter snow. And I think we can all agree that being afraid of those things is pretty ridiculous. So if death is as natural as nature, why are we afraid of it? The answer? 2 reasons. First, society needs you to be afraid of death. Why? If you weren't afraid to die, you wouldn't be afraid to be executed. Incarceration, debt, employment, your job, none of it would matter. And so making sure that everyone in society is afraid of death ensures that we follow the status quo, that we mind our P's and Q's, that we never play anything too risky, and we don't challenge the powers that be. So reason 1 of 2 is simply control. You need to be afraid of death in order for society to continue. The second reason might surprise you because it actually comes down to the scientists and their cowardice. For the longest time, scientists have pushed away the idea that they can come up with a model, a paradigm of morals and ethics and answers to the big questions. You see physicists all the time backing off from the big questions. But science has already gotten to the point where it can answer these questions for us. And we have none other than good old Albert Einstein to thank for his most famous equation, E equals mc squared. Work with me for a moment. It's real simple. Energy equals mass times the speed of light. Well, forget the speed of light for a second and just think about this concept. All the energy in the world is matter. If you were to burn a newspaper, right, all the smoke and flame and energy and heat and fire that came out of you lighting the newspaper on fire, if you were able to gather all that somehow back together, you would have the same volume of mass that you had with the original unburnt newspaper. So all we really are is slowed down energy, which is kind of awesome when you think about it, because that means we as a bunch of energy and atoms and molecules are actually thinking about atoms and molecules, and that kind of means we are the universe trying to figure itself out. Furthermore, the first law of thermodynamics states that all energy has existed from the beginning. Matter and energy cannot be added to nor taken away or nor destroyed. And if that's the case, that means that the stuff that makes you and me and all of this around us, including my broadcast here, has been around since the beginning of time, since the Big Bang. Wow. You don't die, and in fact, you've always been, and you'll always exist so long as there's a universe to exist in. Now, I understand that it might not be attractive to say that, well, I was energy, then I returned to energy, but think of it this way. Think of it this way. Everything you are was created in the stars. The chemicals that made you and the biology that drives you was made right here on planet Earth. So in a very poetic way, we are connected atomically to the stars, chemically to the planet, and biologically to each other. And so for this short period of time that you're here right now, you get to encompass all of the energies that it takes to create you and me, and actually look out into the cosmos and wonder about it. You truly are like a synapse in your brain, only you're in the brain of the universe. Now, it might not be as romantic as fields of wine, weed, and women, but it is true. And it is magic in its own way when you think about the concept that you have always been and you will always be. But for a short period of time, you get to be you. Whatever you were and whatever you are or will be eventually after you die, well, you'll never be you again. And that's amazing, because how much of the cosmos never actually gets to do what you and I are getting to do right now. We are the lucky ones because we die, because we had a chance to live. Life is a lease that we all sign when we're born. And for all the gifts that we're given for being alive, that lease, the conditions are that it can be canceled at any time, under any circumstances, for any reason. So enjoy life. Don't be concerned with death. Your information that you collect while you're here will get passed on for someone else to use, for someone else to enjoy, or something else to benefit from. So the moral of our story here, don't live for reward or damnation. Live a life whose information is worth passing on.